In this episode, we are going to discuss about this later Vedic polity. And the most important feature of this later Vedic polity is that there we can see the emergence of monarchy. And we have already discussed about this Rigvedic polity, in which we told that it was a tribal form of political system. But during this later Vedic period, what we can see? The emergence of the monarchical form of government. According to Witzel, he argues that the Kurus represent the first state in India, meaning the Kurus as a first political state in India, as per this historian Witzel. He suggests that it was the Kurus under their king Parikshit and some other Brahmana priest. They initiated the collection and codification of Vedic texts into a canon. And most important feature of this period is that the monarchical form of government. The monarchical form of government meaning what? The concentration of political powers in the hands of a king. And here we can see the supremacy of Rajan. Rajan is highly supreme person. That is the concentration of power in the hands of Rajan or the chief. And he is a leader in the battle, protector of settlements and of people, and is the custodian of social order and sustainer of the Rashtra. Here Rashtra meaning state. And also here we can see the hereditary kingship that was emerging. Hereditary kingship meaning the son is going to become the next king after the death of the chief. There are some terms such as Samrajya and Samrat. They were used in order to reflect the imperial aspirations and certain ambitions of kings. The terms Samrajya and Samrat are reflections of certain imperial power or monarchical administration during later Vedic period. So, apart from the early Vedic period or the Rigvedic political system, we can see some important changes happened during this later Vedic period. Most importantly, we can see the monarchical form of government and the formation of states. Some other features during this later Vedic polity we can see. There was a close connection between kings and gods, meaning what? The kings most of the time they subordinated their power with the gods. We can see in Shatapada Brahmana, the king gains some identity with the Prajapati. And it is said that through the Shatapada Brahmana, the kings gain some identity with the Prajapati through the performance of Vajpaya and Rajasuya sacrifices. In the last video, we have already discussed that the complexity of religious practices. Thus what we can see, Vajpaya and Rajasuya sacrifices. By performing these sacrifices, Vajpaya and Rajasuya, the king is going to have some identity and connection with the god Prajapati. Another point is that some distancing of this king from the closest of certain personalities. And this kind of distancing showing the monarchical or more concentrating and the more power acquiring nature of the king. And also we can see the victory of Rajan or the king that was already decided and known in the Vajpaya sacrifice itself. And the king had great control over the productive resources such as Bali. During this early Vedic period or Rigvedic times, it was a voluntary offering to the chief or the king. But what we can see, now it became obligatory. So during this later Vedic period, the Bali became an obligatory practice. And the Vaishya community, they had to offer from what he has stored because he is under the control of Kshatriya. So what we can see, there was a hierarchy. Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. And the Vaishya had to give this offering or resource to the Kshatriya and Kshatriya itself the king. And the Rajan is referred to as Vishamata, meaning the eater of the wish or the people. And we can see some political institutions such as Sabha and Samiti, they lost their powers. And Sabha and Samiti were two important major political institutions of this Rigvedic polity or early Vedic polity. And that political institutions such as Sabha and Samiti, they lost their powers or importance during this later Vedic period. Why? The king became monarch and autocratic, having more power concentrated in himself itself. So the power of the Sabha and Samiti that became less important. And there were a close connection between king and Purohita. In Rajasuya ceremony, what we can see, the priest is going to introduce the new king. And by introducing this new king, the priest will announce that this man is your king and Soma is the king of his Brahmanas. So according to Shatapada Brahmana, we can see the relationship between the king and Purohita. According to that, during this Rajasuya ceremony, the priest is going to introduce the new king by saying this man is your king and Soma is the king of Brahmanas. So this is generally some important points regarding this Rigvedic political system. Hope you understood. Thank you for watching.